Welcome back to CryptosRus. My name is Aaron and you're watching DeFi Friday. Today I'd like to talk about staking Ethereum with Lido Finance in particular on the Ethereum network. And why would I want to do this? Well, the whole point behind DeFi is to get more Ethereum with your Ethereum, making dividends with the coins that you have in your wallet. So staking on Ethereum is the most popular way to make dividends, and you can make between 4.5% and about 6.5% depending on which staking protocol you go with. There are many protocols out there which I'll talk about soon in this video, but why would you want to stake Ethereum? Well, it's to get the APRs, but on top of that, you're also adding to the security of the chain because Ethereum has changed from a proof of work or mining chain to a proof of stake chain where Ethereum is locked in order to validate transactions. So you're not only getting APR and compounding your gains in Ethereum by staking, you're also contributing to the security of the network. So let's jump into one of my favorite websites for finding the best yields on my Ethereum, and that's DeFi Llama. Because blockchains are open source and a public ledger, DeFi Llama is able to analyze the blockchain to get all of the data that it collects here. They've got a lot of information on finding the best yields on Ethereum. We're going to start by clicking on this ETH Liquid Staking tab, which is the screen that I have up here. This is going to give you all the APRs based on which staking protocol you go with. And then it's also going to give you the total value locked and how many ETH are staked within these protocols. So you can find out the best APRs, but also how much value is locked up, which gives you an indication of how popular these are. So Lido is the top one on this. Lido Finance has been around probably the longest, maybe besides Rocket Pool. Lido is the most popular, obviously, with $11 billion total value locked, with 6 million ETH staked in the protocol. And currently they're giving out an APR of 5.9%, which I believe is actually a little bit higher. We'll get to the page in just a second here and I'll show you. Last week we covered Coinbase staked ETH. I personally don't recommend it because it is centralized inside of Coinbase. It's a great way to get started if you're a beginner and you're still on CEXs or centralized exchanges, but I don't personally recommend it. Rocket Pool has been the most decentralized, and Rocket Pool actually comes from a lot of the miners that used to mine Ethereum. Rocket Pool, in fact, was the largest pool of miners that I'm aware of the Ethereum network, and since the merge, they've decided to pool together their resources to continue to mine essentially by staking their Ethereum and getting APR through that. So they make it possible for you, just like Lido does, to stake your Ethereum with them and get this 5.46% APR. Now the other ones on this list are a little bit more niche. I'll talk about a couple of them briefly. Frax Ether, in order to get this APR, you actually have to have staked Frax ETH. And that's a little bit more complicated. Frax Ether is used all over the Ethereum network as well as L2s. It's used in DeFi to get swap rewards, to get higher APRs than possibly the 6.4% on different exchanges. Stake-wise is probably the most up and coming as far as ETH validators go. They're probably the most similar to Lido, slightly centralized but not terribly so. They're rising above the crowd here, and there is quite a crowd here. Feel free to check those out at your discretion. But we're going to stake with Lido today because it is the most popular and it is probably the easiest to stake with, guys. Let's go to Lido Finance. This is lido.fi, and you'll want to go to the Stake Now tab in order to get started. So I'm going to hit that, which just rolls us down the website here. And then I'm going to show you that it's actually higher APR than it says on DeFi Llama. DeFi Llama is updated pretty regularly, and this APR is variable. So this is the moving average of APR for the last 7-day period, 6.7%, which is even better than what we saw in DeFi Llama. So I'm going to hit stake now. This should pop up my wallet connection here. So I'm going to be using Aurox wallet. This will work with MetaMask wallet, Wallet Connect, Rabby, all different kinds of wallets, but I'll be using Aurox today. And so I'm going to click here to connect my wallet and hit connect. Why I like to use Aurox Wallet is because it gives you this notification here whenever you're connecting to a whitelisted application. If it had some issues, it would red flag it and give you a notification. All right, now that I've got my wallet connected, I have a little bit of ETH in here. This is a test wallet that I used for these videos. So don't have a ton of ETH, but this is going to play a pretty large factor as to why you would want to stake in general. So on the Ethereum network, gas prices are relatively high. So I don't recommend, if you have a very small stack of Ethereum, to be staking on the Ethereum network. If you have a small amount of Ethereum, if you want to get into DeFi, I highly recommend going over to an L2 like Polygon, Arbitrum, or Optimism, because they're going to have way lower fees for any transaction that you have. But on the Ethereum network, if you've got 3, 4, 5 or more Ethereum, the best place to stake, in my opinion, is actually on the Ethereum network, because you're going to have less, it's just going to be less complicated, less transactions needed to get onto L2s, these sorts of things. So one thing that's cool about Lido is it won't actually let you use all of your Ethereum, because you need to save some for gas. Ethereum is used as the gas token on the Ethereum chain. It is used as their fee mechanism to be able to put transactions through, which actually goes and pays the stakers long term. So Lido won't let you put if you hit max here, I can't actually put in that 0.29 Ethereum. It only let me put in 0.26 Ethereum, because it wants me to save some for gas fees. So let's hit submit on this and actually see what a transaction would look like on this. In order to stake Ethereum on the blockchain today, no matter how much Ethereum I was going to stake, it would cost me $30. So let's do the math on this, guys. I'm going to pull up my calculator real quick and let's do the math. So I just was about to stake 0.26 Ethereum. So let's type in 0.26. Let's times that by the current price of Ethereum, which is about $1,850. And that's $481. So let's times that by the amount of APR that we are seeing at Lido currently. So times 0.067 or 6.7%. And I'm going to make $32 over the course of 365 days with this very small amount of Ethereum. So obviously a $30 gas charge just to put it in the staking contract isn't going to make sense with this particular transaction. So it does help and makes more sense to do, upwards of 3 Ethereum on this transaction. Let's actually do the math on that as well. So let's say that we have 3 Ethereum times 1850, which again is the current price today. And then let's times that by the 0.067, which is the 6.7% APR. Now that's a value of 371 if the Ethereum price does not change in 365 days. And we all, at least I hope we all agree that the price of Ethereum will likely be higher in 365 days as we are going into the next cycle, the next bull cycle, along with the Bitcoin halving. So if we were to do that, it would cost us $30 today to do that transaction. So minus $30. And then let's just assume that we're going to have another $30 transaction to unstake on the other end of this transaction. Let's just say that the gas price for that is the same. So minus another $30. And you are going to end up with a gain of $311, which that's a decent return, and it would be even more if the price of Ethereum goes up throughout that year. Now, if you have a smaller bag of Ethereum but really want to get into DeFi and you have a little bit more technical knowledge, I do recommend checking out layer 2s like Optimism and Arbitrum. So I'm going to go to Bungee Exchange to bridge to Arbitrum and show you how to do that. All right, so we're in Bungee Finance, one of my favorite bridges right now, and I'm going to use the Ethereum network. I'm going to use the Ethereum that I have on it. So I'm going to type in 0.2 Ethereum. That's how much I want to send over today. Make sure not to send your max. Again, guys, if you hit max, it will not let you do the max because it wants to account for gas fees, which is really smart. So again, I want to put 0.2 Ethereum. I'm going to send that over to the Arbitrum network. So we want to choose Arbitrum here. And make sure that you're sending ETH. Choose ETH here because that's what you want to receive on the Arbitrum network. Now, this is an aggregator, so Bungee is going to find the best price, and timing with all of the bridges that are available from the Ethereum network to the Arbitrum network. Now, if you're going to transfer some other ERC20 token over to Arbitrum besides Ethereum, you would want to make sure and hit this enable refuel button, which will actually send a little bit of ETH along with your USDC or whatever you're bridging over to Arbitrum. I'm not going to do that today because we are just transferring ETH, so it's going to include the, it's going to be the gas token that you have over there, so there's no need to enable refuel. And then I'm going to hit review routes, and then I can hit bridge here, and that will let the Ethereum that I am sending from Ethereum to Arbitrum show up on the other side. So there is going to be a gas fee here again, guys. It's going to be similar to that transaction fee, that staking fee inside of Lido, but you'll be able to stake and do all the other things for much lower fees. In fact, most of the transactions on Arbitrum are 50 cents or less at the time of this recording. That's all I've got for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching DeFi Friday on CryptosRus. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless.